I used to be so stressed out. Like I'd literally wake up in a pool of sweat, even though it was like -2 outside in the middle of winter. My house wasn't even that hot, just because I was super stressed out. Like I had med schools, applying for that, trying to do interviews, exams, all of that, school exams. I was trying to get jacked, I was trying to get rich, all of this stuff at the same time. And you can do it. You can do it all, but you just need to manage it without getting super, super chronically stressed, because that's when you get like really poor sleep and your performance drops and it's just like not worth it anymore because life just isn't that fun. So, the first thing I want you to do is accept that this is a big issue and it's going to take a while to fix. You're not going to get some overnight fix, because the reason you are like struggling so much is because you're looking for a really quick, rapid fix, like trying to get this done like literally tonight. You are not going to be able to fix your chronic stress tonight because it's chronic. It's been around for so many weeks, maybe months or years, right? And you can't just like click your fingers and get it gone, right? It has to take some time. Okay. So I'm going to go with the most basic stuff first, then get into what this channel is really about, more like high level advice. Okay. Step one is just to make sure you are drinking enough water, sleeping enough, making sure you are eating correctly. Okay. And that is like, it goes a long way if you're stressed, because when you eat like super, super highly processed, sugary foods and you're trying to work straight after you eat, for example, you're going to have a bit of brain fog. Okay. Because your brain is just not meant to be working when you're like relaxing and sleeping after you've eaten. Okay. So try and like optimize your peak work hours for when you're fasting, and it makes you a bit more productive. Like I used to wake up in the morning at about 6 a.m. and I'd work until about 11, and I would just do like hard work until then. And I got so much more work done in that block of time compared to if I had eaten breakfast first. And then after that, obviously make sure you're drinking enough liters of water. I just mentioned that. But sleep can be very difficult to fix. Because I just told you I was like sleeping so rough. Just try and make sure you're sleeping in the same like 30-minute window every single day. Like if you want to go to bed at 11 o'clock, you're in bed between 10:45 and 11:15, and you're always trying to go to bed at the same time. And if you can, try also not to have an alarm in the morning. Wake up when your body wants to. Obviously, that's not always feasible if you've got work, school, etc. Just get yourself as many hours of sleep as possible. Even like anywhere up to 10 hours is optimal. If you want to push past that, I've done that before as well when I'm really exhausted. But anywhere up to 10 hours is honestly fine. Just try and get as much as you can. You can never really get too much sleep unless you're like being super lazy or smoking weed or something, right? Now, we've covered the very, very basic sleep, food, water. Done. Let's forget about that for now. After that, we're going to think about how to actually practically deal with the stress. Okay. And the reason you're stressed out is because you have too much work to do and you think there's so much stuff to do and you can't get it done. When the reality is you can get it done super, super easily. Just plan it out. That's step one. Like when you're like, if it's, I'm going to use the example of me when I was at school studying. For example, I'd want to cover this module of this like topic, like biology, module two, whatever. And there's this one subtopic about like the cells in your body. Okay. And I just wanted to cover that. And I made it more and more specific. I want to finish from this topic until like this. I want to learn about the mitochondria today. And when I finish that, my work is done. Because if you set yourself the task of, okay, I need to do biology today, biology revision, you don't know when you're finished. So you like do the same amount of work that I've done, but I'm there thinking, okay, now I am done. My brain can switch off from biology. I haven't got to think about it anymore for today because I've got the work done. But if you're there and you're thinking like, oh shit, I've done this, but there's so much more to do. This. There's so much like bullshit I need to get done. That is not going to help you work because you're going to get stressed out and try and do it again when you're too tired to. So give yourself a doable portion of work every single day that you can just get done. Okay. Give yourself like 2 hours just to sit down, grind out this topic, then don't think about it again for the rest of the day. Give your work a set start and end. And then if you are struggling with productivity and procrastination on top of that, stack these work blocks like one after the other. So first things first, I'm going to do an hour and a half biology today, done. Rest for an hour, whatever. Then I'm going to do an hour of like chemistry after this topic, really specific. I'm going to do 15 questions on this 6 mark of whatever it is, right? And just, it's done. Forget about it. Next thing, maths. I want to do 30 questions today. Then, damn, you're done studying for the rest of the day, and you're probably going to be more productive than you've been most days of the week, right? And just that's like a huge tip. Just make sure there's a start and finish to all the work. And I'm just giving a few examples as well to help you along there. And then the final thing I'll also add on this like kind of basic level of advice is just once you've like planned out your work, even if you're not 100% able to like follow it to a T, it's still going to be much more productive than you've been in the past, just by merit of the fact that you didn't have a plan, you're just working willy-nilly. And if you can make an even longer term plan, like this is how I'm gonna finish all of like the biology content I need to learn for now, just like bang, 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 bang. What I'm going to do this week, this week, this week, this week, and it's all kind of planned out, and you're kind of good at following that, you're going to get so much more work done. You feel much less stressed. Just because the reason you're stressed is because you think there's so much work to do, but when it's all planned out and written in front of you in small bite-sized amounts, rather than looking at the entire task at the same time, it's going to seem much more manageable. Okay, now I've kind of just bopped through that as fast as I can because that's like it does go a long way, but this is what really helped me in this mindset. And it's kind of to do with my religion, but it's also to do with just like self improvement and the mindset you kind of want to have in that area. And that is just opening your heart. What do I mean by that? I mean, you're sat here thinking this is such a massive issue. Like, I've got so many tasks to do, there's so much work to do. You think the world is going to like explode if you don't get enough revision done today. It's not. You're going to be fine. Okay. Because the mindset that got me to get 3A stars at A level was me telling my mom every time she asked me, are you going to do well in your exams? I would say, it doesn't matter. And it's fine. I don't care if I don't get into medical school. I'll just try again. Okay. And it doesn't really matter if I don't get into medical school at all. I'll just go to a different uni. I'm going to do something else. I would start a business if I fuck up my grades that badly, honestly. And that mindset just made me feel so much more relaxed and lower stress. So when I was working, there wasn't this rushed energy that I need to get this done, need to get this done. I just did what I could on that day. And because like you're probably like me, quite a hard worker, like in that way, you're going to be able to do so much work, especially when like you're not chained down and held back by these limiting beliefs that I need to get so much work done or you're not working hard enough. You can work hard enough and you do have that inside of you, but you're just like thinking like there's so much to do. I need to rush, 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 rush. Just slow down. Even in like the small micro actions, right? When you want to study, you want to open up your book. Don't flap the pages and try and find it. Try and find that page in the text as fast as possible. Be slower and gentle and just relax into the into the work you're doing, right? Try and be just less stressed out. Same thing goes like in your day-to-day life. You hold that tension throughout your entire day. You're sat there like this right now because you want the fastest result, and I've given it to you just so you can get like some quick gains. But just relax your shoulders. If your stomach is right now like kind of like sucked in and tight, just relax it as well. All of this stuff, your legs tight, or your hips tight, all of this. That's going to help you so much to relax more in your day and not feel stressed out going into the work time that you do have. Okay, I'm not saying don't work hard, work like a fucking dog, because that's going to help you get the most out of all your studies, but don't like let it destroy your mental health at the same time. And another mindset that really helped me kind of visualize this and make it make sense was me imagining that I was like on my deathbed or like maybe like 20 years in the future, and I'm thinking back and laughing about how I was struggling trying to get into med school and how much that like tormented me and how like young and silly I was to think that was the biggest issue in the world, because at that point I probably have like family and kids and stuff and have such bigger issues to worry about, right? And the same goes for like, imagine how you were thinking back in the day when you were playing like Fortnite or Minecraft on like your, what's it called, like your Xbox or something, and you're thinking, oh my days, you're so stressed out because you need to get like the new like diamonds and stuff or get like a victory royale, and it's like a 1v1 at the end. That was the biggest thing for you back then. But now it doesn't matter at all. It literally doesn't mean anything, right? The same goes with this situation right now. You're trying to get into uni, you're trying to make money online, all of this stuff. You can do it. You can do it, but there's no point like letting it consume and stress you out this much. Open your heart. Literally try and notice the interesting things that are going on. Like if you're watching this video, give it your full attention and really, really just try and like enjoy to hear what I'm saying. I know I'm probably not the best speaker in the world, but just try and enjoy what I'm saying, right? Try not to just sit there and be like, I need to do this really quickly. Try and like scrolling through the comments really quickly. Just relax. Calm down. I'm not going anywhere. Nothing's gonna happen. You're not gonna achieve anything by scrolling really quickly or watching this video in like triple time speed. Right? Just relax. When you go outside, look at the flipping sky and enjoy like the shape of the clouds and the way that the trees are making noise and the winds rustling, all of that stuff. And that just brings so much more calmness and serenity into your life. And that's honestly what helped me like calm down the most, because I would have gone crazy if I didn't go for a walk every single morning through nature before I started studying, just because it grounded me so much. And if you saw, like, I was making TikTok videos around a similar time, and the calmness and relaxation that I brought to every single video was on a different level back then. Like, I was so calm, and people really, really appreciated that, because that's what I know a lot of people are missing in their lives. And my clients who I see in the calls, they always want really fast results, but there's no point wanting fast results. Time is going to pass anyways. Okay, if you're jacked at 20 years old or you're jacked at 22 years old, you're still going to get an amazing life, an amazing like family, etc. All of that, it's not going to change anything, right? And that's kind of my final piece of advice. Just like tell yourself manually to open up your heart and really enjoy the present moment rather than rushing and thinking what you're going to do next. If you're sat down studying right now, give your full attention to the question you're doing. Okay? Don't like just jump ahead and think, oh, I've got 10 more questions left to do later. Just think, this is what I'm doing right now. I want to get this done. And if you have this mentality, magically, like stuff just gets done and it feels almost effortless because you're just living in the moment all the time, because it is fantastic that our brain has this capacity to jump ahead to the future and think about what's going to happen next, or to reflect on the past and learn from our mistakes. But that's where the devil is. It doesn't serve you to just get worried about the past or the future or what you're not going to do or going to do. Just enjoy what's going on right now. And I also mentioned, I forgot to mention this earlier also, but screen time really, really was a big like factor in me and my chronic stress, because I was sat there thinking like, fuck, I had like screen time of like 4 or 5 hours a day, honestly, on TikTok and Instagram, just scrolling. And when I got that down to sub 1 hour, like 40 minutes, 20 minutes per day, my day opened up like crazy, because those like little downtimes you have between your tasks, when you finish doing one task and you want to go and work out, if you sit back and you just scroll on your phone for that whole time, it magically feels like shit has gone by so quickly, like 20 minutes you've just lost, right? And those little nuggets add up, because why is your screen time 6 hours? Because you don't watch your phone for 6 hours straight. It just breaks your focus every now and then, and it just really fucks you up. So try and get your screen time down as well, and magically you'll feel less stressed. Cool. If you found this video helpful, just please do subscribe. I'm trying to do my best on these ones, but switching up the content more and more to come. If you want a free 30-minute call with me, just click the link in the bio, it's my email, and then you can like book in. Yeah, cool. Good luck.